What's up, everybody? Finals patch notes are here, and here's everything you need to know. First off, there's a new in-game cosmetic called the Martial Meteor, and it's a set item. It costs around 1,850 multi-bucks. You get a helmet, suit of armor, armored leggings, a jetpack from Fortnite, you know, all that good stuff, and an emote too. They also added a sniper skin called the Singularity Pack. It costs 1,500 multi-bucks, and it's like a black hole skin with its own really unique animations, and you get like spaghettified, and so do the bullets. It looks really cool. Like, whoa, oh my gosh, this is so cool. Oh my gosh, what the heck? This is insane. Yeah. It also comes with its own really cool looking stickers and charms. Like, dude, this looks insane. I don't know. It's like an infinity type of illusion hole looking thing. I don't know. It looks really cool. I am probably gonna cop this. This looks really dope. Keyword, probably. I don't know. Yeah. Look at that, that's sick. They also re-added the dance-off in-game event, and I've been wanting this to make a return, I'm not gonna lie. This is like one of my favorite in-game events that Embark has done. You like kill somebody and then you can dance on them, or you steal a cash out and then you can dance on them. That's how it used to be, but they changed it because it's now only in Team Deathmatch. I don't know why they did that. I don't know, they could have added it for like every game mode. Actually, no, that would have been like really annoying. But like still, I don't know. It feels like a cash out thing, not a Team Deathmatch thing, but we'll see how it is. I'm happy. I like the game mode. I like Team Deathmatch. I like the bust a move, or what is it called? Strike a pose. I like that. That's cool. Yeah, let's move on. Let's keep going. I don't know why they did it, but it's okay. Next up, they also got these new Twitch drops, which are now available to pick up if you watch around 4 hours of any of your favorite final streamers. Like me. But I just want to say, like, I'm live every Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at 4 p.m. EST. All the way to, like, I don't know, like 10 or 11. I don't know. Definitely around, it always ends around 9 or 10. But if you watch 1 hour, you can get the new Showtime Blue Spear. If you watch for 2 hours, you can get the Showtime Blue Dual Blades. And then if you watch for 4 hours, you can get the Showtime Blue Sword. And these skins are really cool. I like these skins a lot. I watched my favorite finals content creator, whose name is Looking For This. His channel's in the description of this video. He's really cool. I highly recommend checking him out. He's really funny and awesome. I love him, by the way. He is amazing. Anyway, let's get to the goods now. Let's get to the weapon patch notes. So I lied. This is like the first thing I'm going to talk about is gadgets and specializations. So we're going to go off with the gadgets. So the gadget that got changed is the C4. The C4 got a nerf. Its cooldown has gone from 30 seconds to now 45 seconds. And I think Embark did this because people would spam the heck out of C4 and they would use it like a grenade all the time. So they would just, you know, people would run around and they would throw the C4 under the cash box to stall it, and then they would run around some more. I mean, C4's been really insane, but you know, that's okay. Keep moving forward. So that's all the gadgets I gotta change. It was just the C4, nothing else. Nothing more, nothing less. That's pretty much everything. Let's move on to the next thing, which is the specialization. So the Light's Grapple has gotten a buff. Its cooldown has gotten decreased, going from 7 seconds to now 6. So I think Embark did this because they noticed that Light was like the middle child because everyone was on medium and heavy. No one wanted to play Light because of the dash cooldown and the cloak, you know, nerf as well. I mean, I think it was a buff and a nerf. I don't remember what I said, but you know, I don't know. Grapple needed this buff. Grapple feels great right now. I'm so pleased with it. 6 seconds Grapple is amazing. Awesome. People will be on Grapple more. That's gonna be great. No more cloaks. I'm tired of cloaks. Get them out of the game. Get them out of here. Anyway, let's move on to the, you know, pretty important stuff, and that is the weapon patch notes. We got some pretty interesting changes. We're gonna go in order. We're gonna go heavy, medium, light. So let's start off with the heavy weapons. So the heavy BFR has gotten a buff. Its damage was going from 88 to now 90 damage. So maybe and hopefully we will see this more than the KS-23, because oh my gosh, the KS-23 has gotten out of hand. People have been using that thing. People have been abusing that thing. You would get 8 heavies in a lobby and they would all be on KS-23 RPG C4. Like that is like insane. People were on that thing. They were on it. Speaking of the KS-23 has gotten a nerf. Its damage has gotten reduced, going from 110 to now 104. So they reduced its damage by a little bit, but they also increased its fall off multiplier. You can see right here, they increased it. So the multiplier, when you shoot, you know, the damage will be more consistent the farther away you are. Because earlier in the season, they did nerf it. So, you know, this change was needed to help balance out because the KS-23 was like, you know, slept on back in the other seasons. No one was on that thing. Everyone was on Shaq because Shaq was stupidly good. And it still is. It still is really good. So, you know, tired of the 10 heavies in one lobby, all running KS-23. Hopefully people will hop off that and they will go to another weapon. It's just, you know, it's oversaturated right now, just like the Galaxy Estates map, because everyone got that that map, I want to say 4 times in a row, nonstop, all last week. Did anyone else? Did anyone else get the new Galaxy Estate maps 10 times in a row, all last week? Did anyone get that besides me? No? Just me? Okay, because I'm tired of this map. I don't know. I'm getting off course. I need to calm down. I'm sorry, guys. Let's keep going. Let's move on to the medium weapons now, because the medium also got some changes as well. So let's go check that out. The Famas has gotten a buff again because Embark won't stop messing with this gun. It's gotten its damage increased, going from 23 to now 24. So the 1 damage increase, I don't know if it was really necessary, but 1 damage is a lot. I don't know. Famas got a buff. It's cool with me. Awesome. W. Because I think they did this because everyone's on Revolver, Repeater, FCAR, and I've been seeing a little bit of the CL40 in ranked right now, but I don't know. Interesting move, Embark, increasing it by 1 damage. Really interesting. Maybe we'll see this in ranked. I don't know. Let's move on to the light weapons. And it's crazy. I hit you with the pump fake. There was no light changes. The light had no weapon changes. There was nothing changed on the light. The light is the same as it was last month. Nothing has changed. So yeah, let's keep moving on. Let's go to the melee weapons now, because the melee has gotten another rework again. Let's go in order. Let's go heavy, medium, and light again. So let's go with heavy first. Whoa, I just pulled on that. Whoops, my bad. So let's go with heavy first, okay? The spear has gotten a buff and increasing its primary damage, going from 55 all the way to 57. And they also increased the precise hit damage as well, going from 74 to now 82. And this is probably because Embark noticed how, how badly they nerfed this weapon. Well, all the spear mains were upset at Embark. They were throwing a riot. They were very upset about this nerf on the spear because it was a very bad thing to do. But, move on to the next thing, which is the spear's spin damage, because they also increased the amount of damage output the spear does when it's in its spinning attack. So the damage went from 75, 100, 125 to now 75, 125 to 150. So W Embark for giving the niches community their weapon the buff it needed. Spear mains happy again. They're holding hands and singing. That's amazing. I love every spear main out there. All the spear people, you're very, very, very talented. I love you guys. Keep those awesome spear montages going up. I love them. But anyway, besides that, the medium has had some changes for all its melee, I'm pretty sure, because the dual blades has had a buff. Its primary lunge distance attack has increased, going from 4.5 meters to now 5 meters. And the dual blades max lunge speed, which is how fast you lunge when you're attacking, has got an increase to support the new lunge distance that, was just added that I talked about, going from 4 meters to now 5. So Uli's got that. That's cool. They also changed the cross slash attack that you would have, because before you would need some type of momentum in order to, get the lunge off of the cross attack. Now you don't need that. Now you don't need the momentum at all. You don't need any of that. You can just stand still and you can, go flying. That's cool. And then they also increased the player movement speed as well when you're in the deflective state. Was this needed? I don't think so. I don't like dual blades already, and for them to block and move even faster when they're blocking, that's honestly pretty annoying. But it's okay. Maybe dual blades didn't get the love it deserved. And then I don't know. I have no idea. And then they also increased the precise zone angle to make it essentially easier to hit those precise hits on enemies, because apparently, I don't know, it's harder to hit those hits when you're on controller and all that. I don't know. I don't like dual blades personally. They're annoying to me, so let's move on. Anyway, the Riot Shield has gotten a buff. Its lunge distance on attacks has gotten increased, going from 4.5 meters to now 5 meters. So that's when you dash forward, when you do your normal swing. And then they also increased the Riot Shield's damage, going from 82 damage to now 83. They increased it by 1 damage. I don't know the thinking behind this. Was this I don't know. Interesting maneuver here, Embark. Very interesting. So, cool. Anyway, the shield bash has gotten a change as well. Embark made it so you always have a lunge now at full stamina, because before that, when you were stationary and you would do the shield bash, you wouldn't move anywhere. You would move 1 meter and then you would go backwards. You wouldn't move at all, because you would, there would be a lunge that you would do. There was supposed to be a lunge if you were walking, but now you don't need to walk to do that. You can just stand still, be stationary, and you would lunge forward when you shield bash, because you would always need that one little bit of momentum for some reason, but they changed that, got rid of the momentum. So cool. They also increased the precise angle from 9 degrees to now 10, making it easier to hit those precise strikes again. And I think they did this with every melee, but I don't know as I'm reading this right now. Let's move on to the lights weapon. The Dagger has had an increased lunge distance on the primary and secondary attack. So that's pretty dope. It went from 4.5 meters to now 5 meters, so that extra distance can be helpful, when you're lunging forward at an enemy, doing your backstab or whatever. So that's pretty interesting, pretty helpful. And then they also increased the maximum lunge speed as well. So they had to increase that to, help support the new lunge distance that you would do. So cool. Finally, the secondary attack sweep has been increased slightly to make sure that your backstabs can be, you can rely more on the backstabs at a farther, farther lunge distance. Before that, you wouldn't really get any hit. Like you would see that you hit them because you would like lunge forward, but you would completely miss. So they've like made it more reliable to hit those backstabs on people. So that's pretty cool. Awesome embark. More Dagger. I love Dagger. That's cool. So yeah. And then here's some miscellaneous things I noticed. It's only like 2 things. But Embark has added that, the very beginning of the season, they talked about adding like this little number bar to see how much damage you actually output into somebody. They added that finally. They completely forgot. Probably hoped everyone would, sweep that under the rug and not notice that. But I didn't notice it till, I was in a game right now and saw the little number bar. Pretty cool. I like this feature. Awesome sauce. And then they also added CNS as a new sponsorship track as well. So if you missed out in Season 7 for doing the sponsorship or CNS, like you went Disun or Isolt or whatever, you now have an opportunity to sign up for CNS and get those really cool exclusive, charms, backgrounds, borders, and all that. CNS is now a sponsor. Awesome. That's dope. Love CNS. But that's pretty much it for everything. That's all the weapon gadgets, specializations, and, weapon changes that we had in the finals for this season's patch notes, or for this, I think, month's patch notes. But, awesome. So yeah, if you like this type of content, make sure you hit the subscribe button because I'm almost at 100 subscribers, and hitting that goal would be super duper cool. I have a form in the description. Submit ideas for reaching this milestone and everything. You can literally ask me anything you want to see. It will all be on, live stream and everything, and I will post a video on it as well. So make sure you do something that's not 18 plus because I am a minor. I'm 17 years old. But besides that, I hope you guys have a good one, and I'll see you guys later.